One woman in Kansas City, Kansas was the first Native American woman to argue before the United States Supreme Court, and she did it to save a sacred cemetery. Welcome to the Kansas City Rabbit Hole. Eliza Burton Lyda Conley was a Wyandotte lawyer born around 1868, 1869, and she was the first woman admitted to the Kansas Bar Association in 1902. Her mission? To protect the Huron Indian Cemetery, which is now known as the Wyandotte National Burying Ground. This was the resting place of her family and tribal ancestors, and she was trying to protect it from being sold and developed. In 1906, when the federal government authorized the cemetery's sale, Lyda and her sisters, Helena and Ida, built a shack on the grounds, armed themselves with a shotgun, and guarded the site to block any desecration. She filed an injunction in federal court in 1907, claiming the sale violated the 1855 treaty that was supposed to protect the cemetery. After losing her case, she represented herself before the U.S. Supreme Court in January 1910, becoming the first Native American woman and only the third woman ever to do so. Now, the Supreme Court ruled against her in 1910, but her fight sparked widespread public and political support. Senator Charles Curtis introduced legislation resulting in Congress repealing the sale authorization. This was in 1913, and later protected the cemetery with federal park-like status by 1916. The site was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1971, and in 2016 it was declared a National Historic Landmark. Lyda Conley refused to let her ancestors' graves be erased. She argued their case before the nation's highest court. Thanks to her courage, a sacred site still stands in Kansas City, Kansas. Her fight reminds us that our history deserves protection, one story at a time.